Hi, so these are my final thoughts on the Florence Miller step-by-step sweater. I do have a little notebook with some notes in here. So I used the Fisherman's Wool from Lion Brand. This color is in oak tweed. This is a size 4 weight. So I used about 1.5 skeins. I have this much left over. So this is kind of like a thinner worsted weight, but when I blocked the swatch, it actually worked up to the gauge that I needed. So I was really happy about that. It is fairly soft. Now that I have it on, I do feel like the slightest itchiness, but I don't think it would bother me too much. Now, I can totally get how this yarn may not be suitable for people who are very, very sensitive. So just kind of keep that in mind if you are considering this yarn. I cast it on January 7th and I cast it off February 7th. So a full, was that like 30 days, 31 days? I would have finished September. I would have finished February 5th. However, I'll get into that in just a little bit. I did knit the second size. So this sweater is supposed to be kind of oversized. That's not my style. So I ended up going to the size that was closer to my bust size without the extra 8 centimeters, something like that. A note, definitely watch the entire video through because I did not do that. I watched it like piece by piece as I was going, and I didn't realize at the end of the video there is a demonstration on German short rows. I was piecing things together from YouTube videos and TikTok, so just be forewarned. The Italian bind off was a little tricky. It took me a little bit to get it, but then once I did, I was like, okay, I got into the groove. However, bind off loosely. I didn't have an issue with the sleeves, but I did have an issue with the body bind off. I binded it off too tight. So when I tried it on, it was fine, but when I tried taking it off, I heard a pop, and so I had popped one of my stitches, which was so upsetting because I had just finished it. That happened, why do I want to say September? That happened February 2nd. And no, that happened February 5th. Oh my gosh. That happened February 5th. And I had to go back and take out like 3 rows to get, back to where I was starting because it was just a whole mess. So it took me another 2 days to kind of get it all done. So yes, that's why it took me a full month to complete it. I do like the sweater. I would definitely recommend for beginners. I think it is a pretty basic pattern. I feel like you could do any sort of modifications to this if you are so inclined to. I did end up elongating the body. One of my previous updates, I had tried to finish as much as I could, but I needed to elongate the body and then I needed to add more on the ribbing. So I ended up doing that. I ended up undoing what I had done, elongating the body, and then doing the appropriate amount of ribbing at the bottom. And I think that is it. I'm just glad that I was able to finish it before my trip. I took a trip to Mexico City. I wanted to give my hands a break. It was starting to hurt my wrist a little bit. A lot of things happened in the last few days, few weeks. I was let go from my job literally the day before my trip, which is totally fine. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so now I'm trying to figure out what I need to do and what I need to focus on. So I think I'm going to try and post more, maybe do some lives, some videos. I just kind of got to get myself situated, get myself in a routine. I need to clean my craft room because it is a hot mess right now. But yeah, that was just my update. And if you have any questions or comments, because I'm pretty sure I forgot something, just let me know and I'll see you next time. Bye.